Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video and welcome to a new editing vlog. This video, or the clip that you will see after this, was meant to be in the previous editing vlog, so therefore I'm filming an introduction now, days later, when I have finally decided to put it into 2 vlogs, because it would have been so damn long if I would have kept that clip in the previous video. I can link that video, this one, and also in the description below. But welcome to another editing vlog. Today it's December 2nd. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. I wanted to sing there, but no copyright. And the clip that you will see is from the 28th of November. And I haven't vlogged anything, I think, since that clip. Now it's Friday the 2nd. Is that actually, is it the same week? It's the same week. I feel like everything is moving so fast and I can't believe it's the same week. It feels like I filmed that clip very long ago. But yes, in this video I'm going to keep on editing the sequel to Gods of Rot and Ruin. I hope that you're excited. If you haven't watched the previous video, like I said, it will be linked below. But I just talk about a lot of the beginning in that video, at the beginning of the editing process and what I do, and also what I'm going to change with the first half of the book. So the next clip you will see is from the 28th, and then I will jump back to now, this day, to make an update after that clip. But watch that clip first, because I talk about a very exciting update about the pitch. I have been so damn cocky and over the top, like, excited about this, but when it actually comes down to it, am I really going to? Okay, so backstory. I think I talked about this in the beginning of the video, but I had sent an email to my publisher. Here's my comments, like I've gone through it. And I also said that if you want the pitch for book 2, you can have it. And now it's Monday the 28th, and she has now answered me saying that she's going through my changes in the document, but it's gonna take a while, which is completely fine by me. I'm just glad that she hopped on the editing train as soon as she got it back, because this means that we can hopefully get in that 3rd editing round before I proofread. But in her email she also said that I can send the pitch so that she can see how like what I'm thinking about book 2, what my plans are for book 2. And my whole pitch is essentially about the first maybe 9 chapters in my book. The pitch talks about my 2 main characters and their internal conflict, of course. It also talks about the marriage of convenience trope, like why they go into this marriage of convenience, and then the murder mystery. It hints at the murder mystery. That's not the main plot of the pitch, because that's not the main plot of the book until chapter now 11, where I'm at. And I also gave her the working title. I also gave her the working title for book 3, because I have a title for book 3, but like I said, I'm being so damn cocky and putting it on my Instagram like I'm gonna send her the pitch and I feel like the pitch is good, and I've been talking to you guys saying that I like the pitch. But now that I'm gonna send it, I'm a little bit scared. So for moral support, you are gonna be with me while I send it. And actually, this is not what I'm supposed to do. I am doing maths currently, so and it's 11 o'clock, and I think that I'm gonna work on my maths until 12 o'clock because I need to. There was a lot of things that I needed to do today for the math. Now I have copy-pasted the pitch, and now I'm gonna send a little message after, like, I hope you are intrigued by the pitch and would like to read it. Let me know your thoughts. Have a great day, and my name. So that's what I'm gonna send now. And also, tell me that you're writing with ink pens without telling me you're writing with ink pens. What did I say that I was gonna write? It's a very long pitch. I have like a paragraph before saying how many words it is, what the themes are in the book, the overall this is a book about magic, love, and murder mystery is what I'm essentially saying. It will intrigue readers of this author or intrigue lovers of this series or whatever. And also it's a dark fantasy romance for adults, but I'm really lying heavily on the romance. Okay, we're gonna send it. Oh my god! Okay, I can't think about this right now. I need to shut that down and I need to pull up my maths document. Also, one thing that I just wanted to update about is that I have been thinking a lot again about writing romance, completely contemporary romances. And I had this idea before. I had this idea after I had finished this book, actually. Coincidence? I think not, because now that I'm rereading it, and my favorite part about the book is the romance. Like, I love the romance in this book. So I had this idea after I had finished it of doing a short story collection following 3 sisters. So each short story is about one sister, and there's 3 sisters, so 3 short stories. And I have the first one outlined, and I have pitches for every book, like every short story. And I have been thinking a lot recently, because nowadays I'm almost only reading romance stories, and I love the romance genre so much. And now I'm thinking that I want to like work on those things. So I'm thinking about like doing that. I want to be able to write those 2 genres. So I have the first short story outlined, but now I'm thinking that I'm gonna try to make it longer, so that I have maybe 50,000 words of book and not just a short story or a short novel. I'm thinking that I'm gonna try to hit 50,000 words, so it's a shorter romance, but still a romance book. It's classified as a novel, but like, how am I gonna do that? I need to have a big subplot, and I'm feeling like a romantic feel-good, or I need feel-good elements of it. So now I'm thinking like, what is gonna be the feel-good element in the romance? I like my female main character's internal conflict, but I'm struggling with my male main character. And that's the thing. In fantasy, I can make the internal conflict very out there. Like, there's deaths and there's magical things, and like, that's the internal conflict. But now there has to be something very real, very emotional, something that can carry my characters from the first page to the last page. So I don't think I should be thinking about this while I'm editing book 2. But I'm feeling like if I still want to write a romance, like a contemporary romance, after I finished the edit of the second book, I'm on chapter 11 something maybe. If I still feel like it, then I can write that, or I can start writing that when I sent that book into my beta reader. But like, am I fit for writing a romance? Like, is my romance good in my fantasy romances? I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking now and keep on doing my maths. So it's the same day as the intro. I guess you could tell because I look the same. But yeah, it's the 2nd of December, and I don't know how much I will be able to vlog in December, because yesterday was my first intro shift at the library. So I will have 3 of these intro shifts. So yesterday was the first one, and then I will have 2 next week, because today's Friday, the 2nd of December, like I said. So I will have 2 next week, and I will maybe vlog some of that if I have the time. Yesterday was my first time. There were so many people there, and so I was drained afterwards. So I didn't vlog anything yesterday, even though I wanted to. I just got home, took a shower, and then I did some math, because I wasn't able to do that as much as I wanted to in the beginning of the day, or in the morning. But I think it went well yesterday. I just read a bunch of documents, very important documents. Got to put up some books in the library and just run around helping as much as I could. I feel like the people working there were very nice to me, and I surprised myself by being very social. I'm not social, but I feel like I was yesterday. So that could be a reason why I was completely drained afterwards. I could guess that I will be getting a lot of shifts in December, because people are home sick with their kids, and you know, people are on vacation or stuff like that during the winter holidays. So I think I will be getting a lot of shifts, but that just means that editing needs to take a step back, because yesterday I was there for 4.5 hours plus 1 hour when I walked there and walked home. So I was away from home for 5.5 hours, and I woke up really early. I did manage to complete all the math course things that I needed to do for the day, but I did not manage to do anything else. Like, I didn't edit anything. I posted a TikTok. I published a Bookmas, Vlogmas TikTok, because I'm doing that for the whole December. Work and math will come first hand, and some days I may not be able to edit anything. But today, for example, I didn't go in for another introduction shift. So today I have done my maths, and now it's 1 or 2 o'clock in the evening, and I'm sitting down to do some editing. I'm on chapter 18, and chapter 19 and 20 is my midpoint. And I don't actually remember if it's the midpoint when it comes to word count. I don't think so, because it feels like there's more pages on this side, which is the later half, and less pages on this side. But it is the midpoint in my chapters. It's chapter 18 now, and this is actually really short. Maybe not as short as I remembered. Chapter 19 is really short. Okay, so maybe I will do 3 chapters today, maybe not. see how much I'm able to do. I won't be vlogging anything Saturday, Sunday, maybe just some B-roll clip, because we're probably going into a Christmas market thing, so I can film some vlog clips for that, so we can see. For today, like I said, I'm going to do chapter 18 and 19 at least. If you haven't watched the first video, you might think I'm crazy, but I did some maths. If I do 2 chapters a day, I will be done in 25 days because I have 50 chapters. And right now I'm on chapter 18, which means that, how many chapters do I have left? I need to do some maths. 32 divided by 2 is 16, right? So from today, it will take me 16 days to finish this, which will be before Christmas. Yes, before Christmas. But if I am not counting the 3 that I will do today, that means that I will be on chapter 21. I will have 29 chapters left. That divided by 2 is 14 and a half. But that means that if I do 2 chapters a day, I will be done in 2 weeks, which I feel very good about. So these math calculations that I just did are meaningless, but it's fun, maybe. I'm gonna edit this chapter right here, edit chapter 18. Anyway, I'm gonna do that now, stop talking. I'll speak to you maybe later today or next week. Hello, it's me. It's December 5th and I thought that I could just update you, a small little update. I was working from 10 a.m. up until 2:30 in the afternoon, and before that I prepared my lunch. I don't know why, but even though I have like 3 hours before I go, or 2 hours before I go, I don't get anything done. And I don't remember this from going to school. If I went to school like at 10 o'clock, if I was supposed to be there at 10 o'clock, I didn't get much done either in the morning. But I'm much closer to work than I was to school, so I mean I should be getting something done in the morning. I didn't. Or I started editing a chapter and then I didn't complete the chapter. I finished like 1.5 page of the chapter. So didn't get much done this morning. And then when I went home, I needed to do my maths. And so I worked on that for 1 hour. So now I'm done with that and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I do want to read From Lukov with Love by Mariana Zapata. I do want to read that because trying to relax instead of watching something I want to read. But I need to film a TikTok, so I don't know what that TikTok is gonna be because I have nothing filmed for today, which is kind of bad. And why I'm saying I need to film a TikTok is because I have decided to do 24 days of December or Vlogmas/Bookmas on TikTok. And yes, it's 24 days because we celebrate Christmas on the 24th and not the 25th. I have been posting vlogs up until now, but I have nothing to post today, which I'm kind of stressed about because it's dark outside, so I can't really film anything. Then I'm gonna continue to edit that chapter and get that done, and that will probably be only 20 minutes or something. I don't know why I have decided to do so much in December. The TikTok thing, why did I decide to do that? I have 2 more shifts this week. I know that it's not much. Compared to someone that works full-time, I know it's not much. But it's kind of my first week, so I'm learning everything, so it's really draining on me, and I'm tired, okay? And I'm also doing my math course, and then I'm also doing more videos in December than I have ever done, so I need to edit a lot. And I also, I don't know, need to post on Instagram and so that people know that I exist. Anyway, so I am on chapter 24, I think. Chapter wise, I'm halfway. Tomorrow, Tuesday, my plan is to edit so much because I'm behind. I don't even have a deadline, but I'm behind. What I want to do is like edit 3 or 4 chapters tomorrow, which is a lot. I can't get it done. Like if I really focus, I can't get it done. What I also wanted to update you about was I got back an email from my publisher. So I wrote her the pitch. You know, because you guys saw this in this video, that I did edit it a little bit before I sent it. Like I had written it and I was fine or I like the pitch. Then when I was going to send it, I changed a bit. And then after reading it back, because I have been checking in like a crazy person, I have been checking in even though I haven't gotten any mail. I checked the pitch and read through the pitch just to be sure. And guess what? I found things that I wanted to change. But the pitch is sent, so I can't change anything about it now. But I heard back from her today, and she said that the pitch sounded really good, with a smiley emoji. And she also said, looking forward to reading it later. Of course, I take that as a good sign, because she said that it was really good. So I have heard back from her. I know that she wants to read it. She would have read it either way, I think, because it's in my contract that she or someone at the publishing house is going to read the sequel that I write, because I can send that in and they're going to read it and then make a decision on it. That's like in my contract. But it's nice just getting that approval and her saying that she really liked the pitch and would like to read it, because it's always good to get that kind of boost of ego. And she also said that she's going through my changes that I made, but she hasn't gone far. I'm even surprised that she's going through it at all, because I didn't expect that from her. Like she says, next there is a few manuscripts that she needs to go through first because they are getting published first. Like I said, I didn't expect her to go through my manuscript at all, because I knew she had a lot of other manuscripts that needed going through and needed work, like they are getting published before me. And so I am not stressed about this. I'm gonna answer her probably tomorrow, because it's 5 o'clock right now in the evening. So that's that. But then another thing that I have thought about a lot is that my motivation for my female main character is kind of unclear or unsure, because I am unsure of it. The bare basics of like the things that I mentioned in my pitch, what she wants and what is standing in her way and like her fear, that is clear. But I don't think I have showed that enough in the beginning of the book, so that it's clear that this is her misbelief. Like she thinks this about the world, and that's because she has this fear. She wants this, but she can't get it because of her fear. Like that is not clear enough. For example, my male main character, his misbelief and his motivation and everything about that is really clear. Like his internal conflict is good in my opinion. I understand, and I think the reader will understand as well. Like when I thought about this morning, I was like, have I written this down somewhere? What is her misbelief? Like I haven't really disclosed that in the beginning of this book, which is bad of me. I have written it here and there. It was like after the midpoint or a little bit before the midpoint. I can't really remember, but I had written something there and I was like, wait a minute, where did this come from? I need to say this way earlier. I need to disclose this way earlier and maybe write it so that it's too clear, because that is better than not being clear at all. So that is something that I'm gonna write down actually in my big notebook, that this needs to be clear. I don't know why this would be the case with this book as well, because this was the thing with Eden's motivation and her misbelief and everything. I had a problem with that too. So I don't know why I'm having a problem with the second female lead, like in book 2. That's my update. I am going to edit actually, because I need to get that chapter done. I have like 1 page left and then I'm gonna write that down, like I said, in my notebook. Hello, it's Wednesday the 7th of December. And I am sitting down to do hopefully 1 chapter of work today. This chapter that I'm on now, I'm on chapter 29, by the way, is from my female point of view. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a half A4 pages. So it's a big chapter. I may not be able to go through all of it because currently it's almost 10:30. So in 30 minutes, it's gonna be 11 o'clock and I'm gonna eat lunch then because I'm going to work. That's where I'm at. Yesterday, I didn't vlog anything because I didn't want to. I studied for the test yesterday, but I spent most of my day editing and I edited 4 chapters. So I was at chapter 25, so I did 25, 26, 27, 28 yesterday. And 28 was a big ass chapter. It's not very long, but what I have decided to do with it is that I wanted to make it from my female point of view instead of my male point of view, because this chapter contained a kind of steamy scene between my 2 characters. Almost every steamy or romantic sexual tension kind of scene is from a male point of view. And I don't know how this ended up being this way, but there is a couple of instances where I have 2 chapters after each other from a female point of view, and I wanted this to be the case because I can't have all the steamy scenes from his point of view, and me as a reader likes reading steamy scenes from the female point of view better than from the male point of view because I am a female. That's what I wanted to do with that chapter. So the whole chapter is just a lot of blue because I decided that my color coding system was going to mean something else in this chapter. So the blue is for things I want to keep, but make it from my female's point of view. Like write it how she is feeling. All the notes that I have in here right now, I'm going to work on that further when I am sitting down with the actual chapter, because after I have done all the notes, there will be a lot of things missing. I can just show you. The blue, for example, is things I want to keep. The dialogue, for example, all of that I'm going to keep, but I will make it so that it's from her point of view. She is hearing him say this, she is watching his reactions and what are her thoughts about everything. These notes are just to help me along the way when I actually sit down and edit this book. This was a great chapter for doing this because it's a steamy scene and I find those scenes a lot of fun to write and quite easy to write as well. I don't have to change much about the scene. I just need to make it from her point of view, what she's feeling, what she's thinking about the scene, and like all of those things. But it took me a long time because when I sat down, I didn't want to like change to this and then write a sentence. But in my head, I kept wanting to edit and wanting to rewrite the sentence. So I thought up an example for like, you can write it like this, but that's not for this round. I'm not going to think about that for this round. It's not a problem when there's just one sentence here and there in the chapter, but when it's every single sentence, I can't think about that because it slows me down. Now, I don't think I have any more scenes that I have to write from a different point of view, which is good. But since I had those 2 chapters from my female point of view, I then have chapter 29 from my female point of view. I'm now thinking on if I want a chapter in between those 2. Like in between chapter 28 and 29, and that should be from my male point of view. I have a couple of things that could potentially be a scene or 2 in there. I'm also thinking like, does this add anything to the story? And also an update, it's the 7th today, which means that the anthology that I'm in is having its release today. Now it's 10:30 and I will begin to edit this chapter 29, and it's fun that with chapter 29, I have how many chapters left? 21. So hopefully I will get a chapter done today, a chapter done tomorrow, and then Friday I am not working as of yet. That could potentially change. So that means I will have more time to edit. So hopefully I will get maybe 2 chapters done on Friday. I'm going to edit this and talk to you tomorrow or Friday on an update. It's Friday the 9th today. I have a few things to update about. I'm not working anything more this weekend, which is good because now I can focus on editing, and I have about 40, maybe 50 A4 pages left in the book. I'm on chapter 34, gonna edit 34 now. It's quite long, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4.5 A4 pages, but it's gonna go quickly because it's a steamy scene and I don't usually have that much to say about those scenes. But I'm not working, so I have more time. I didn't work anything today. I did my maths and I also did a bit of Monday's math because I'm gonna work Monday, so I didn't want anything to like take up more of my time than I needed to, so I did some things beforehand. More updates. I haven't gotten my books yet of the anthology, so in this vlog you will not get to see the books. I'm very sorry for that, but I will show you them in the next Friday vlog, of course. And I think that the video where I'm actually talking about the short story that is in the anthology will be up before that video. That's that. And I have today done 3 chapters already. I did chapter 31, 32, 33, and now 34. And 34 is a whole chapter of steamy times, and it's 5 A4 pages. Or was it 4? 4.5. I may have gone overboard with the spice in this book, but I like it. That's what I'm gonna work on now, and then I won't be updating you anymore. My plans after this is to read From Lukov with Love because the parts that I read last night were so good. There is a scene in this book, I don't want to spoil anything, but there is a scene in this book where one of the characters has to take care of the other one because they're sick. And that scene was so well written and I loved it so much and I got all giddy about it and like I wanted to keep on reading. So I'm gonna do that today. I'm gonna keep on reading, and I have maybe 200 pages left, 150 pages left, I don't really know. I'm also gonna watch some K-drama, and I'm gonna start the new editing vlog next Monday. I can just say my plans for the weekend maybe. I'm gonna edit this video, top priority, I'm gonna edit this video. I'm also gonna edit my book, hopefully 2 chapters a day. 3 chapters a day is better, but you know, 2 chapters is good as well. Actually, here's my goal for the weekend. If I do 2 chapters a day, I will be at chapter 39. But what is actually a little bit more satisfying is if I'm at chapter 40 by the end of the weekend. So that is probably what I'm gonna try to hit, 5 chapters this weekend, and then I will only have 10 chapters more to edit, which is very exciting. I will definitely get it done before Christmas, but I will maybe get it done next week. Is that possible? Can that be right? We'll have to wait and see, and I will start the vlog and you will have to watch the next writing vlog to see if I actually complete the read through of the book next week. I'm very excited. I hope you're excited too. So with that said, thank you so much for watching this video. Leave a like and a comment below and let me know what you're working on right now. I know that NaNoWriMo just ended, so maybe a lot of you feel drained because of that. I definitely felt like that last November when I did NaNoWriMo last time. But let me know what you're working on in the comments below and subscribe because I post a new video every week, every Thursday. It's the best way to support my channel if you want to keep watching my videos. So with that said, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!